Hey guys, my name is Paula, I'm 18 years old, and I'm gonna tell you my story. I had this YouTube channel about 2 years ago, and I uploaded a makeup video, and the reason why I stopped uploading and I didn't continue uploading videos is the following, and I'm gonna tell you. I thought a lot about making this video many times, but I didn't know what was the right time to make it, and I didn't know if I was ready, because you cannot tell a cancer story in an hour or in a day or like in a year. It's something very complicated and sad and scary. There's a lot of people who know me that are probably watching this, and I am hoping that even if 10 people watch this, or 20 or 100, I can share what's happened to me and what God has done in my life and reach that message to however many people are going to watch this. I have no skit or like anything planned for this video. In fact, it's like 9 o'clock at night and I am in my pajamas, and I just like set up here a little place to record, and I don't really know what I'm gonna say, but I just hope that whatever it is that God wants to tell you through me and through what's happened to me can be helpful for you. It all started 4 years ago, exactly. December 2012. I was in school, crossing 8th grade probably, and I wasn't feeling really good. I was having a lot of trouble in school. I was having issues with my friends. Like, things weren't nice. Life wasn't nice, as nice as it could be for a 14-year-old, as I was back then. And I started feeling like lousy. Christmas Eve passed, New Year's passed, and I remember I started getting these like pains, like a stomach ache, and I was very weak. I wanted to sleep all the time. And Christmas break was over, so we were back at school, and about a week later, a week later from Christmas break, I started feeling this pain right about here, and it was very intense. So I told my mom I wanted to go to the hospital and get checked out, which was really rare because I never liked going to the hospital. So when she heard that I told her, please take me, she was like, okay, so this is serious. We have to take her. So we did that, and we got to the hospital, and they gave me some IV meds, and I started feeling okay. It looked like I had like a virus, and it was very simple. So I started feeling okay, and then I was ready to leave because they were going to discharge me, and the doctor said, let's just make a blood exam. Let's just check how her cells are, just so that we are sure that there's nothing. Literally, she said, like, there's nothing else I can do for her, but let's just do the exam to be sure. So we did the exam, and I ended up being hospitalized and checked into the hospital because the exams were showing some weird things. I have my blood count, the white blood cells, very, very high, and that was very rare. So they started doing more tests and everything, and I was just there like, okay, I'm missing school, that's great, life is awesome. Everyone was like praying for me, and they were being so nice, and so I was just happy there. I was just spending time watching TV in the hospital room and like having a good time. And then about a week later, the doctors called my mom and they told her that apparently I was presenting all the symptoms for a type of leukemia. And it was very, very scary for us. It was very shocking because I was okay. Like the doctor said that the blood samples they took are from a totally different person, according to the way I looked and the way I was feeling at the time. So they did the blood tests again just to make sure it wasn't a mistake, and it wasn't. And about 2 days later, they diagnosed me with ALL, which is acute lymph leukemia. At the time, I was like very calm because I've never been close to cancer, at least not grown up. Maybe when I was little, my grandfather had cancer, but I was never really close to it, and I didn't know what it takes to go through a process like that. So I was pretty calm. My parents were scared, but everything was still good because again, everyone was so loving and so perfect, and school, church, everything was so nice, and the love I received from everyone was just amazing. So everything was good. But again, my family was very wrecked. I was fine, but my family, as my parents, my grandmothers, my aunts, my cousin, they were very, very wrecked because of the news. Because of course they were adults that knew what it took to have these kinds of news. So basically I started this whole process of chemotherapy, which literally banged me in the floor. I was exhausted. I was losing so much weight. I was vomiting and nauseous all the time. Like, it was the worst thing that you could possibly feel. I was feeling it. My parents were very worried. It looked like my body was not reacting to the medicine, so that was bad. That means that I did not go in remission when I needed to, and that made me have a lot more rounds of chemotherapy. The sickness, the leukemia, went up into my brain. I don't know really how to explain these because I don't know all the medical terms for it, but basically my illness went up into my nervous system and my brain. So I started getting these headaches that were horrible, and because of that I had to go through radiation, 13 sessions of radiation, which really seems like nothing because it's just like a machine giving you radioactive waves, but it is totally devastating. The side effects, everything is very, very hard. So that happened, and then my port that I still have, that was where the doctors gave me my IV and my chemo, because my veins, there's a point where the veins don't work anymore. They don't tolerate the toxicity of the medicine, so they usually install a port and that goes in the skin. That got infected, they had to take it out. I ended up with a hole this big right here, an open wound. I made allergy to one of the chemo medicine that I was taking, and I got blood clots all over my legs. The doctors mistook that for being a lot of time in the bed and laying down, so they made me walk. They made me kind of force myself to do things that I was not able to do, because they were mistaking what was happening to me with something else. which was very dangerous because what happens when you have blood clots in your veins is that any movement, any harsh movement, can make them migrate to your lungs or to your heart, and it could basically kill me. I had to change clinics, I had to change doctors. It was just completely hell. When I got to this new clinic, they said, like, this is very weird, this is not what they're thinking, let's do some scans and some things to make sure. And they saw the blood clots, they saw that I had one attached to my heart. I had my whole legs, both of them, clotted with blood. I was in a very, very bad position. I was in the ICU for over a month, literally facing death. I've been facing death many times in my life, and still God has pushed me up, and He has held me in His arms, and He has reminded me that my life is in His hands, not in the doctor's hands, not in medicine. My life is in His hands, and nobody but Him can determine when I'm leaving this earth or what's happening to me. So it's been really rough these 4 years after all of that happened. I went in remission. I had my 15th birthday party. It was really nice. I was doing fine. I did fine for a year, and then this year on January things started acting up again, and we went to the doctor and we got checked out. I got bone marrows, which is where they take the spongy stuff inside your bones to test it to see if there's sickness again, or if the illness has come back. And in fact it had. I relapsed, and because my specific type of leukemia is a very hard one to treat, and I didn't go in remission as fast as it had been planned. The only choice for me was a stem cell transplant, which here where I live in Colombia is something that is still growing, and it's very hard. Legally, it's very expensive, and there's all of the things that could go wrong. So it was something really hard for us to accept, but I said, okay, let's go for it. I was completely tired, emotionally, physically, but I said, I'm gonna push through one more time, and I'm gonna go through the stem cell transplant, and I just hope there's a compatible donor that can, because we did exams for my parents and my sister. None of them were compatible, which was bad, because that's the first choice, that's the better option. So we knew it was hard. We knew that the options were very low, that there was not a lot of hope. But again, we said, God, it's your plan, it's your purpose, it's whatever you want to do with me, you're gonna do. We went into the clinic that was gonna make all the paperwork and the legal stuff for the transplant, and the doctor who was there at this appointment we had with her, she said, she was talking to us, and while she was talking, she was looking at this computer, and she said, I can look right now if there's any compatible people in the database, because for the transplant there's people that go online and make these specific exams that tell whether they're compatible or not with the patients. So they go online, they pull the information, and then when there's a patient that needs a transplant, they go on the database and they see if there's any person that's 50, 70, or 100% compatible. They contact him and they say there's this patient in this country, and then they do all the process to taking the stem cell to make the transplant. It's a little hard to understand, but I really hope I'm making a little bit of sense. So we were there with the doctor, and she said, I'm gonna look right now. We were hoping for at least a 50% chance, a 70% chance. And we see the doctor's face, and turned the computer around, and she said, there's not one 100% match, there's five 100% matches, about 6 90% matches. It was something completely amazing. She said nothing like this has ever happened. There's a lot of matches, that's good. So we got our hopes up. We said, okay, if this is a sign that we should go through with this, we're gonna do it. This was in June this year, this past June. I got my stem cell transplant on the 7th of June. I was 17. And then on the 17th of June, I turned 18. It was probably the most painful thing I have ever gone through. The transplant itself is not painful. The after transplant is very painful. When the cells that they kind of install in your back start attaching and start like grabbing on to your cells to start producing cells, that process is very painful. I mean, it's something that made me scream like at the top of my lungs, like something that the doctors compare it to giving birth. They say it's worse, the pain tolerance is worse than giving birth. All your bones, your hip bones, your back bones are completely wrecked. I could not stand up, could not sit up, I couldn't lay down. I did not find a comfortable position. It was very painful. But the pain lasted about 4 days. The rest of the month, it was very soft. It was easy, and I was very happy because I knew that God was making a miracle in my life. And something I've asked God since the beginning was, please use me, please use this story to help other people who don't know you come to you and say that you are the God of miracles. You are the God who can do the impossible. And I've asked him that if his purpose in my life is to bring others to him and save and give faith to those who don't have, he can do with me whatever he pleases. So we were very happy. Everything was turning so well. I got out of the clinic very fast, like within less than a month, when there's people that stay there over 4 months because of the complications. It was really a miracle, and I was doing so fine. I was okay. It's been 6 months from the transplant, and a little bit more. And we've been doing this checkups with the doctor every 15 days. First it was weekly, and now it's every 2 weeks. Everything was fine, everything was amazing, and once again thought I had seen the light at the end of the tunnel. And about 4 days ago, the doctor said, let's do some blood tests, and we did. They're very regular, like checkup, and my blood count, the white blood cells, were very high again. So we went to the consultant, to the doctor appointment, and he said, let's do a bone marrow to be sure. I'm traveling tomorrow for New Year's Eve with my family, and he said, let's just do this checkup and do a bone marrow to be sure, and to be not be worried about anything, and do the adjustments that maybe we need to do. This could mean that she is having an allergy to some pill she's taking, because after the transplant I had to take 25 pills daily. So maybe I was doing some kind of allergy, or I had an infection. So he said, let's do this and we'll make the adjustment so that you can go on your trip and not be scared and be sure of what's happening. So we said, okay, so do you I'm gonna go do this exam tomorrow. Do you want us to come? So I was doing the exam, let's say on Tuesday. So we said, do you want us to come on Wednesday and talk about it? And he said, no, I feel like this is very easy. I'll just call you and tell you what you need to do. So we did it, and the next day, so on Wednesday, he called and he said, let's meet. We need to talk. And then I instantly knew that something was wrong. I kind of had that sense that since the beginning, whenever there's going to be possible bad news, I always assume the worst. I always say, okay, it's happening again. I relapsed. I think of the worst. So I said, okay, I know what he's going to say. If he is telling us to go, that means it's not good. So I think I relapsed again. I got ready for the worst. So we went to the meeting, and yesterday actually, and the doctor said there's sign of the cancer again. That means the transplant did not work. And I was calm, because I knew, I kind of knew what he was gonna say. What I did not expect was that he said, this is bad, it's really, really bad, and medically there's nothing else we can do. Like, that phrase, like, I froze. I literally froze, because I knew I had relapsed, but what I did not expect was that he was gonna say, like, that's it, that's the end, like, we have no other choice. I thought he was gonna say, okay, she relapsed, she has to do this and that, but when he said there's nothing else we can do, started thinking, and my parents were shocked, of course, destroyed by the news. And he said, what we can do now is basically take her off the pills, of all the pills she's taking, and start giving her pain control pills and some kind of treatment that is not to prevent anything from happening anymore, but just dealing with the pain and dealing with the symptoms that she's gonna start to have. So basically he said the sickness or the cancer is gonna keep growing. It's basically gonna kill her. There's nothing we can do. What we can do is make her have a better quality of life with this and that. So I guess for me, feeling like I'm feeling so good, and I don't have any pains, I don't have any anything that makes me feel that I'm sick. So I feel like just this like normal person with a doctor that's telling me like your life is gonna end soon and there's nothing we can do about it. I don't know, like maybe if I was sick, if I was like in bed or feeling bad, I would say yes, because I feel bad, I know. But me feeling like I do, it's shocking and it's scary in a way and confusing in another. I guess all the questions that you can possibly think, when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, what's gonna happen with my family and what's gonna happen with my friends, with my boyfriend, my sister. For me, I've never been afraid of dying, I guess. I've been afraid of leaving the people that I love here. And like, what's it gonna be of them if I do die? And I guess it's something that's been really close to me for the past 4 years, because I have faced death 3 or 4 times before, and now it's the 5th time it happens. And the difference is that before there were alternatives. Right now, medically, there are no more. The doctors say if we did another transplant, a second transplant, there are donors, but my body would not tolerate the toxicity of what comes before the transplant. So the doctors say that I probably would not even get to the transplant. So every choice that they kind of have, it's not, for them, it's not worth it enough to try. They say it's a possibility in 1 in a million if I go to another country and start a clinical trial, or if I do a second transplant, or just the possibilities are so much, are so little and so low, that their advice is to live whatever time I can. And if I'm the doctor said if I'm feeling good, I can go travel, and he'll give me some medicine, just so if I start feeling bad, I can kind of control it. But I guess what I wanted to say in this video, and what I want to kind of tell you guys, is that I'm a strong believer that my life is in God's hands, and I'm here on this earth until God wants me to leave. With a medical trial, or a medical treatment, or chemo or no chemo, or transplant or no transplant, I am here until He says. And I've decided personally not to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. I told the doctor I did not want to know any time frame, or I did not want to know, due to his expertise, like how much time I had left, because I just want to live one day at a time, and I just want to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the last, until God tells me I have to go. I strongly believe that I'm not finished, and that God is not finished with me. I believe that there's more. I believe that what He has done, and the way He has shown His glory through me and through my family, is not ending, and that I still have some time to kind of keep glorifying Him with my life and helping people. So I just believe that to all the people that know me and that love me and love my parents and my family, I just want to tell you that it's not over until God says it is. And even though the medicine did not work and the doctors have no hope, I do. I do have hope. My family has hope. And I know that God can do amazing things, and God does not need any help. He doesn't need medicine, and He doesn't need doctors, and He doesn't need pills or treatments, or He doesn't need anything. He doesn't need any of that. It's been a long ride. I am very tired emotionally, physically. I think that maybe God is giving me a break from all these medical things that have literally been like governing my life for the past 4 years. And I feel calm. Of course I feel scared, like it's not easy knowing that the doctors say that you probably don't have much time here as you wished. But I think that none of us are exempt from dying, and like none of us are sure of when we're gonna go. And when it's my time to go, that would be my time to go. I just hope that when the time comes, I can be sure that what I've gone through and what I've learned has helped more than one person, and has inspired medicine, and has inspired doctors, and has inspired people to believe that there is something bigger, and there is someone that's greater than this and greater than Earth. So I just kind of wanted to make a video for all the people that have followed my story and have followed this journey with me and my family for the past years, and also for many people that maybe are just watching it and just want to get to know me a little bit better. I have gotten a lot of questions. I've gotten people tell me that I should make a video answering questions, and I've kind of tried with Snapchat and with Facebook, but I mean, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Feel free to comment, feel free to ask. This is not taboo for me, or for, it shouldn't. It should actually be something that should help us learn and should help us grow. So I don't know. I hope that this video has helped, or maybe informed you guys a little bit about what's been happening and what's next in my life. My mom and my aunt are researching for some clinical trials, maybe some second opinions. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do or what I want to do, and I don't know if I wanna go through any more treatment. Sometimes when I talk or like I express myself, people are like, whoa, because like I kind of face reality, and I kind of say things in a way that many people are like scared, like, whoa, like, why is she talking like that? Like, does she wants to die? And it's not that. It's not that I have no fear of dying. I just like to say things how they are and face things the way they are at the time. So I want to clarify that. I am feeling very well. I am feeling amazing as of today. I don't know tomorrow, but tomorrow is another day, and I will worry about tomorrow. And my parents are doing fine. My sister's doing fine. Of course, the news are a little bit wrecking for the whole family, but we are together, and we're going to travel, and we're going to have a good time, and we're just going to enjoy. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I hope that you guys had a merry Christmas and a very happy New Year. I'm probably gonna post this after New Year, so I hope you had a very happy New Year with everyone you loved, and with your families and friends and loved ones. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, and I hope that this upcoming year is full of blessings for everyone and for all of your families.